Shelby Rogers had a big win against #1 ranked Ashley Barty in a third-round victory at the U.S. Open in New York this month. She joins us now on her performance and ultimate loss to Emma Raducanu. Shelby, it's great to see you. You did a fantastic job.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. Nice to be here. I appreciate that. I'm definitely proud of my accomplishments in New York and took a lot of positives away from that event.
Yeah, it's onward and upward for you. You played so well, but something that was of note and kind of played out in the media is that you, as quickly as you earned the accolades over your wins, you suffered the jeers from your loss to Emma. So the contrast in those two feelings, it's almost would give someone whiplash.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think tennis is very much a sport of highs and lows. I guess any sport is really. And a lot of people ask me, what kind of advice do you give to the next generation, or what would you say? And I always lean towards not getting too high or too low with any win or loss, because it happens so quickly and we have so many events. There's always next week to play. You know what I mean? It just is moving so quickly from week to week. Yeah. And we don't have much time. The slams, we have one day in between our singles matches. Usually we're playing back to back to back. So it's very much, you get, a few minutes of celebration, you enjoy your time on the court, and then you're already scouting or preparing for the next match, or you're already watching video of what you can learn from your losses and how to get better. So it's definitely something that you have to learn within the sport and throughout your career, and it's not an easy part of it.
No, absolutely not. What would you say were the things that you took away? What did you learn from watching those tapes, and what would you do differently?
Well, for one, I was really excited to be Ash Barty for the first time. We've played a lot this season. That was our 5th time already this year. So I was really happy with the way I adapted during that match. And then from the other matches, there were certain things tactically that I was able to change and maybe play a style of tennis that I'm not always comfortable with and problem solve a little bit on the court. So I was happy with that as well. And then just moving forward, looking how to bounce back from a big win like that. Obviously, you don't beat the #1 player in the world every week. That's an amazing accomplishment and a crazy event. But learning how to bounce back after that and bring a level that can take you a little bit farther in the tournament.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you're ranked, 43rd at last check on the planet. So there's something to be said for your talent, Shelby.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking to make that number a little bit smaller, though.
I know, and it takes a lot of hard work. So speaking of which, right now you are in that kind of period where you're training and you're getting ready for the next one. So when is the next tournament?
Yeah, I'm at home right now. I have a little training block for 2 weeks here, so we get a good fitness block in, out in the heat and humidity here in Florida, actually. But I leave the 27th of this month. I'll have a tournament in Chicago, and then the very week after, we go to Indian Wells, actually. It was postponed, usually taking place in March, but we'll be out in the desert in October. We'll see how that goes.
That's fantastic. And then in May, you got your degree in psychology. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm extra proud of that one. Thanks for bringing it up. I got my frame and the degree, so I'm going to hang it on my wall. I'm really excited that I was able to finish and, manage my studies and everything on tour while I was playing and traveling and in different time zones, and really, really happy to be finished with that.
Well, I was going to ask you, Shelby, because how do you become a world-class athlete and get your college degree at the same time?
Yeah, so when I turned pro right after high school, my mom was a little concerned, as she should be, and I made a promise to her and myself, that I would get my degree at some point. So it was definitely a goal of mine, and I think any great athlete or anyone that excels at what they do is really driven by goals, and that was just another thing that was on the list of mine. And to be honest, some days it was a nice distraction from tennis. You have something outside of the court to work towards and keep your brain fresh. And I really enjoy psychology and learning about people and how they interact and why they do what they do. So obviously certain days were tougher than others, but overall it was a positive experience for me.
Before we even got started here, you were saying that has kind of blended into what you do out on the court and as a pro tennis player. So I'm just curious when you think you might utilize that degree in a more professional setting.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think I would love to be a sports psychologist. I've worked with one that's helped me a lot, and I just think it's a field that's lacking a little bit and needs more professional people in it to help others. So that would be a really amazing goal of mine. I have a long way to go, probably a master's in there somewhere, but definitely after my tennis career is complete. Until then, I will just continue to use what I've learned pretty much every day. I feel like it's useful in a lot of different settings.
Well, if anyone can do it, you can do it. And you've got the entire Low Country. You've got South Carolina right behind you, Shelby. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And best of luck in Indian Wells.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you soon. We'll be right back.